My name is Sabrina. I'm 29. I'm originally from New Jersey, and I'm currently here at Notre Dame as a graduate student in experimental nuclear physics. I found CrossFit South Bend through a mutual friend. I actually went to someone's party, and a couple people who were members here actually came directly from the gym to the party. And as soon as we started talking about it, they went, "Oh, there's a free day coming up, you should come and check it out." And I was really hesitant at first, but it wound up being very much worth it. I had always hesitated to actually go and join a gym because I just felt like I had to lose enough weight before I could actually start getting into fitness. Up until I joined CrossFit South Bend, I'd actually become really sedentary. When I was younger and in, high school and middle school, I had played sports, but that hadn't really continued past then, and I wound up just gaining a lot of weight. I'd also had some problems with my ankles and knees. I actually had an issue 2 or 3 years before joining CrossFit South Bend where I had gotten IT band syndrome in my legs and actually had problems walking. And that's been something that was really frustrating for me. And I had tried losing weight before, but I'd never been able to keep it off. And it was mostly just through dieting, and it was hard to stick with those diets because they were very restrictive. One of my biggest reservations before joining the gym here was actually that I felt like I needed to be fit enough to even start something here. And it really was a frustrating situation because I got sick of just walking or only dieting or something like that, and I didn't feel like I was good enough yet. I had lost enough weight. I was at a state yet where I could actually go and be in the gym and work on trying to get better. And it was actually having people just kind of convince me, no, you can go, that really helped and pushed me past that reservation. There have been some really amazing physical benefits to being here. One of them is actually the fact that, and it seems like a small thing unless you're overweight and you've experienced it, is I actually fit into airline seats now. I had gotten to a point, and it's a very socially awkward thing if you go into an airline seat and you barely fit in the seat and you have to pull the armrest up between you and the person next to you so that you're more comfortable, because suddenly you kind of feel like you're encroaching on that person's space. And it's not a pleasant experience, and it made airline travel really frustrating. And with me doing experimental physics the way I do and having to travel all around, that was something I had to deal with a lot, and I actually fit comfortably into the seats now. I've also really gotten to enjoy the fact that I can run again, because that was something I wasn't really able to do with how my knees and ankles were. And I actually was getting to a point where going up the 3 flights of stairs to my apartment was in and of itself a workout, and I don't get out of breath walking up the stairs to my apartment anymore. I actually have a better work-life balance than I did before. Part of that was because of the job I'm in, I actually don't have set hours. I just have to get the work done. And sometimes for me, that meant staying all hours of the day. I could be at my office from essentially the time I woke up until leaving at 10 at night. And it really just wasn't healthy for me. And having the gym with a class schedule where I could go, oh no, I have to make the class, I have to leave, actually was really beneficial for me mentally. I also have just found that as I've been able to do more things, I'm just much happier with what I can do and happier with myself as a result. One of the things that made this really possible for me is the fact that we have scalings. I could not do a pull-up until recently, and that was something I didn't think I'd ever be able to do. But the fact that we had all of the different ways you could do a pull-up that weren't actually doing a pull-up, that were scaling it to make it easier for you. The fact that we had that for back squats and for push-ups, and there were so many things that if I hadn't been able to do them at that easier level first, would never have been able to do them at the harder level. I recently was able to deadlift 300 pounds, which is never something I would have been able to imagine doing. As far as the environment here, it's one of my favorite things, because I constantly feel encouraged, not just by the coaches, but by my classmates. And I feel like even if I can't get something now, the fact that it's, oh, you got so close, you're going to get it the next time, it's amazing how encouraging that can be. And the fact that we're all working on it together. As far as the actual classes, I actually really like that we are, aside from the scalings, we're still getting the stimulus. I actually don't like cardio. That was certainly part of the reason that I had issues with my ankle, but when it was, oh, we're going to go do running, it was, okay, well, since you can't run, we'll have you bike instead. We're gonna find a way for you to still get that stimulus and still train both your strengths and your weaknesses. So my goals when I first started here were on a very basic level to lose weight and be healthy, whatever that word means. The fact is, I've actually gotten to a point where I'm at a happy weight. I'm very comfortable with where I am, and as I got there, I learned I could do all of these things I didn't think I could before. So now my goals have changed, and it's not about losing weight and being healthy. It's about seeing what I'm able to do. It's about seeing how heavy I can deadlift, how much I can clean or snatch, or how many pull-ups I can do. If I were to meet someone who was me when I first started here, my immediate reaction to them would be to tell them, don't be afraid to start. Don't think you need to be at a certain level to start. The biggest step is just starting.